Good morning. Believe it or not, you're in sales. Believe it or not, you are in sales. Every day when you're working to influence others, even if it's your kids to pick up their clothes, or your husband to take you out to dinner, or your friends to meet you for coffee, there's a small form of communication going on that you don't want to call sales, but it is influence because what you're offering is something that could be of value to them. Now, your kids don't necessarily know that there's value in picking up their clothes, but you know that later on, when they're adults, that they'll love working in an environment that has less clutter because it'll keep their mind clear. And you know that you've not had some time away with your spouse for a while from all the kids and the clutter of Christmas. And so what happens is when you get to where you're going, even though it might have felt a little difficult getting there, there's some value by having some peaceful time together. So that is as simple as sales gets. But somewhere out in the world, people have decided to hide from the fact that they're in sales. And I find it the most honorable profession ever in the world because what do I get to do when I'm in sales? I get to show people the options they may not have thought about or the options that they're looking for that they don't know are available to bring an additional value to their life. So if you take a look at the marketing world is one in which everybody's always showing a price or I can save you time or money. Do you know that there's over 50 to 70 reasons people will make some choices and they are not money and time related? Those are actually the last two, but they're the easiest to talk about. So whenever I get into a conversation with a client, I usually ask, how much time do you have? Do you have a budget? And then once those are off the table, their defenses are down. I'm going to honor what they said, but I'm still going to, good morning. I'm also going to honor them by asking questions because if they called me, they're asking me to be responsible to them, to help them understand what they don't know, see what they have not thought about, and to discover a perspective that maybe is more beneficial than the time or the money concept. So I find it fascinating with a number of my clients where somebody calls up and says, tell me about, and they're talking about a product. They need to stop right there and they need to say, wow, what interested you in that? What are you thinking this could do for you? You need more information. They're not just asking you about that product. They're asking you because they've got something in their head that says this might be a solution. But if you don't know what they're seeking as a solution, that won't be the product necessarily. It could be all wrong. So I used to have a number of products. One was helping people manage their risk. So let's just talk about car insurance. You all buy car insurance, right? If you have a car. But people always wanted to just buy the basic because the law said so. I said, well, there's a law out there. But let me tell you the benefits you get when you have this coverage versus this coverage. Because when you are buying insurance, you're buying an advocate to take care of you and negotiate at the time of a risk. Now, I know attorneys are making a lot of money out there because they make every insurance company out to be a bad guy. But if you get the right company, they are your advocate. And actually, they'll go to bat for you pretty strongly until you bring in that attorney. So you have to question, you have to get informed. So why am I going down this track? Let me back up. Believe it or not, you're in sales. So there are a lot of people that I work with that are in denial that they're in sales, and it makes it harder because they don't get on the phone, they don't get on Facebook, they don't get on Messenger, and they're wondering why they're not growing their business. And so it tells me that there's a lot of people that haven't had any great sales training. So to have someone give you a script is not sales training. To have someone say, just do it this way, just call your 100 friends, that won't get it done. So let's go back and let me give you some statistics. There are 18 million jobs in the United States alone that are sales related. So those are people in organizations, they've been hired, they've been trained, and there's a variety of skill levels that you'll see in any of those organizations. I've worked there, I've trained there, and I know that there's a variety of skill levels, and the people who can't make their sales, they're not there anymore. But a lot of people have not had professional sales training, and there's 6.2 million of you in the United States alone that are choosing to do network marketing. And you're still in denial that you're in sales. Sales is not an ugly profession. It's one of the greatest professions. So let me break it down for you just a little bit. It is about relationship. And the question in a good salesperson's mind is always, how can I serve you? And you have to have the belief that your product may or may not be the solution for that person. Got it? Your product may or may not be the solution for their problem. But what you're going to do is help them identify the problem, and it may not be exactly the one that they start talking to you about. It could be a different one. So how do you know this? How do you do this? This is a relationship building process. There's some just key open-ended questions that you need to ask. And then you need to be willing to listen. You can't have urgency. You can't have, I want to get to the end. You can't have a mindset that says, oh my gosh, this person talks slowly. You can't do any of that. But that is an acquired skill. This is where everybody doesn't understand. You don't get any place overnight. I did some math this morning. And I figured I've had over 500,000 conversations in my lifetime just on the phone. That's not my in-person. That's not the number of people that I've spoken to in front of a large audience. And I've had audiences of anywhere from 8 people to a couple of hundred. So it's not simple, but it's not hard. It's not hard. So let's go back. 6.2 million people in the United States are in network marketing and affiliate marketing. They are in sales. They're not in the business of sharing. They're in sales. Yet, here's the number that should grab you. 6.2 million are in sales. Only 3%, 18,600 people, 18,600 people, I'll get the number out right here in a minute, are actually the top producers. What's going on? What's going on? What do they know that other people don't know? You know, and I see a lot of people out there selling a lot of webinars. They're making a lot of money on the webinars, but they don't have a follow-up system for people. They just expect you to kind of take that information and go put it off. There's a lot of motivational speakers out there telling you to fire up, fire up, fire up, but they're not giving you the basics. I am a basics trainer. I have done basic sales training for over 35 years. And not always in necessarily a professional position, but I realized that if I'm going to be in network marketing, if I'm going to be working for someone in their sales organization, which I have done, I am going to have some skills. So I actually always have gone outside of any system I've been in, and I have found how to acquire the skills that would work for me, because I knew that sales was a great profession. My dad was in the business for 50 years with a specific product line and company. But he put me through college. You put my brothers through schooling. It's like, and my mom was a professional too, but I'm saying that together, the income in our household was substantial and sufficient because my dad was in sales. So I love sales, and I found it very natural to flow into sales because I have no expectation that anyone will ever buy. I never have an expectation that anyone will ever buy, but I do have an expectation of myself that I serve my customer. My expectation of me to serve you is what ends up making my sales. And so if you really, really, really want to build these skills, I want you to connect with me at successwithmarla.com because I have a great offer coming up. It's going to start in January. I'm putting the finishing touches to everything today, but you go out to successwithmarla.com, you join my newsletter right now, and what's going to happen is you're going to get this information by tomorrow, January 31st, and you will be in a very simple 21-day skills-based workshop in which we'll have little assignments every day to slowly grow, tweak, and tune up your sales skills. Because I got to tell you, one of the things that always happens when I do these classes is I've got to do a lot of mindset work for you. Now, not mindset in the sense of we're going to sit down and go woo-woo and do meditation. I mean mindset like I want to hear the thoughts that you have, and then we're going to take a look at those thoughts and we're going to turn them around so that you understand that if you want to be in service to someone, then you really got to manage those thoughts. So sales is simply a service. I want you to know that if you're one of those 6.2 million network marketers and affiliate marketers out there, my gosh, there's a whole world of sales waiting for you. You just need to power up, figure out the steps, and come in. And this is a skill-based workshop. This means we're going to do some role playing. I got some master classes. And you know what? If that scares you, then you can come and watch. But I got to tell you that I can't help you grow your sales skills until you come out from behind wherever you're hiding and you play. I'm very gentle. I can help you. I know people who will tell you I can help you. So come on out. Let's play together. Just click the link, successwithmarla.com, and then I will be in touch with you later today with all the details. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.